Greetings and salutations from Nerdosphere Newsweek. I am your host, Corbin, and alongside me is my brother Clayton, as always. I have set aside what I believe to be the 5 top stories to break through the interwebs that you need to know about and that need to be discussed here at this table, and were shared via our Facebook and Twitter. So let's dive right in. At number 1. Peter Capaldi officially announces his departure from Doctor Who at Series 10's end with its Christmas special. Peter Capaldi is stated as saying, "One of the greatest privileges of being Doctor Who is to see the world at its best. From our brilliant crew and creative team working for the best broadcasters on the planet, to the viewers and fans whose endless creativity, generosity, and inclusiveness points to a brighter future ahead. I can't thank everyone enough. It's been cosmic." Obviously, Broadchurch's Chris Chibnall will now have a completely clean slate going into Doctor Who as its new showrunner. Now, Peter Capaldi's departure contradicts his most recent statements, saying he was actually going to stay on, but is in line with his original statements, which was he was going to leave Stephen Moffat, and Stephen Moffat announced his departure. So he was kind of on the fence back and forth, and he's officially leaving. Now, while I think Peter Capaldi deserves the backing of a competent showrunner like Chris, he's delivered a quality show with Broadchurch and was also one of the head writers during the Davies era of Doctor Who, and was a head writer on Davies' show Torchwood. Maybe the best thing for Chris and Doctor Who is a pseudo reboot, if you will. A clean slate.
Yeah. I really liked Peter Capaldi, too. He had potential. But unfortunately, Stephen Moffat sucks.
Yeah, the 12th Doctor, well, technically the 13th Doctor, Stephen Moffat can suck it. Will never get his time of day that he truly deserved.
No. Same could be said of Matt Smith, though, because Matt Smith actually ended up growing on me by the time it was over. It was just Moffat's terrible storytelling.
It was just the arcs that the Doctor was forced to be in.
Yeah.
Were not as interesting. I can see that. He grew on me a little bit towards the end as well, but I don't know. I'm excited at the prospect of liking Doctor Who again.
We'll see.
Indeed. Number 2. Director Denis Villeneuve, I don't know how to say his last name, has officially signed on for Legendary Pictures' reboot of Dune. Dennis is actually just nominated for Best Picture and Best Director for the Academy Awards for Arrival, and is also directing the Blade Runner sequel, 2049. So he is making quite the name for himself in the sci-fi genre.
Yes, he is. I'm looking forward to it. I really liked the book, and I watched the original movie, but I really don't remember it, to be honest. I watched it when I was little. So
I have memories of trying to watch it, but it is quite long and very dry.
Yeah.
But
the books are really good. Books are really good.
It's one of those series that always circulates in nerd culture as a quintessential read, but I've never read it.
You should. It's good. Quit listening to those Harry Potters and listen to something
You really can't diss Harry Potter. I never really gave it a true chance. Harry Potter is probably one of the best things I've read.
Argue differently.
No, but that's not for here or there. Neither here nor there. And not
all
for
that
here.
really matters is how I feel about it.
Nah.
So
You just wrong.
Impossible.
Number 3. January 30th, 2017 marks the official day that the untitled young Han Solo film started production.
Bum, bum, bum.
The appalling occasion was revealed by co-director Chris Miller on Twitter, while also sharing the first image from set. The movie's working title is jokingly Red Cup, a pun on the red plastic cups made by the company also named Solo.
Uh-huh.
In the image, you can spot the film's red logo, which has the words Star Wars, a much smaller font compared to Red Cup. It's important to note that Chris Miller is co-directing this with Phil Lord. They collaborated on the 21 Jump Street films and were signed on to direct the Flash film after Seth Grahame-Smith left it.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to have a Star Wars film in their portfolio, so they left, leaving the Flash in the turbulent turmoil that it is.
Yeah. I don't know what even to say about this movie. It's just...
That's really happening.
Yeah. Oh well.
Number 4. Cameron thinks the world has moved on from the Alien franchise. He's quoted as saying, "The franchise has kind of wandered all over the map. Ridley Scott did the first film, and he inspired an entire generation of filmmakers and science fiction fans with that one movie, and there have been so many films that stylistically have derived from it, including my own Aliens, which was a legitimate sequel and I think the proper heir to his film. I sort of did it as a fanboy. I wanted to honor his film, but also say what I needed to say. After that, I don't take any responsibility. As for the franchise post-Aliens, I don't think it's worked out terribly well. I think we've moved on beyond it. It's like, okay, we've got it. We've got the whole Freudian biomechanoid meme. I've seen it in 100 horror films since. I think both those films stand at a certain point in time as a reference point. But is there any validity to doing another one now? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Jury's out. Let's see what Ridley comes up with. Let me just add that, and don't cut this part off, please. I will stand in line for any Ridley Scott movie, even a not-so-great one, because he is such an artist. He is such a filmmaker. I always learn from him, and what he does with going back to his own franchise would be fascinating." This coming from the man who thinks that...
Didn't Ridley Scott do Prometheus?
Yes.
So he's not really going back.
He's already been back. And this is also coming from the man who apparently thinks the world has not moved on from Avatar and wants to create 5 more films. Or Terminator. Like, who do you think you are? You live in this very strange bubble.
He acknowledges that the sequels after his aren't necessarily the best, but doesn't think that the world's moved on from it. Thinks he can go ahead and... So the world has moved on from Aliens because he's no longer involved with it.
Basically.
Yeah.
James Cameron.
He seems like he has a big head.
He's someone who I always feel like it's the fine line of like, I respect your work, but I don't respect you. I don't usually like the things that he says.
It's like the opposite for Michael Bay. I don't respect his work, but I respect him.
Elaborate.
Because he takes some pretty good stances in the film community. Like when he was bashing Hugo Weaving about
That's true.
all that stuff. He usually takes a good stance for modern filmmakers and has similar opinions, it seems, that we do. Kind of like how we like James Gunn also.
True.
For those reasons. But his movies are usually ridiculous.
To say the least. Although I heard Zero Dark 30 was good, but I never saw it.
It did look pretty good, actually. But wasn't he a producer and not a
In my
director?
observation, when Michael Bay is producing a film, it really doesn't matter who the director is because it's a Michael Bay film.
The Friday the 13th reboot was a Michael Bay production, but somebody else directed it, and that was actually pretty decent.
It was very decent.
I liked it.
But
Plus,
that
Sam
franchise,
Winchester was in it.
that potential franchise got scrapped, and they went back to the drawing board, and the current speculation is that it's going to be a found footage film.
No.
The revisit to the franchise. So, I don't know.
Still waiting on word from that Halloween movie, if it'll ever happen again.
Which one?
Well, Rob Zombie's not doing it anymore, but they were planning for a while on doing a third one, but with a different director that would still be a sequel to the new movies. But we haven't heard anything from them in quite some time.
It's true.
There's a fan-made movie that's getting ready to be made. They actually tried to raise funds and didn't meet their goal, but they're still moving ahead with production, and it's meant to be a proper sequel to Halloween Resurrection.
Huh. There's also that fan-made Friday the 13th game that it was like on a GoFundMe or whatever.
It's not really fan-made. It's just a lot of smaller studios are doing GoFundMes now. It was on Kickstarter, actually. But the one dude from that G4 show, Adam
Sessler?
Yeah, he's one of the people making it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like one person plays
And
as
it
Freddy and the rest
it
of
was
them are campers,
originally
and they have to hide
designed,
out.
inspired by Friday the 13th, but wasn't Friday the 13th. And then whoever the creator of Friday the 13th, what's his name?
The creator of Friday the 13th?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
Oh well, he caught wind of it and thought it was awesome and gave him permission basically to have it as Friday the 13th.
Gotcha.
So that's where all that came from.
Yeah, it's like the play style is one player plays as Freddy and the rest play as the campers, where they head out in the campground and try to survive, and he has to...
There's another game from Till Daylight or something that's out that's similar to that, but this Friday the 13th one seems like it's pretty elaborate. Plus it's Friday the 13th, so...
Who knew?
Yeah.
Number 5, the official trailer for Beauty and the Beast has released.
Looks really
and
good.
it gave me the willies. But like
Looks
a chill sort of sense. The willies, I think, has a
good.
negative connotation, but it gave me the chills. It looks really good.
Yeah.
They definitely are embracing the musical roots of the original film, like they said they were going to. Special effects look on point. They're only going to get better as we are in post-production. And Emma Watson is just a goddess and a
Well, the
really
release
actress.
is in March, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it may not get that much better. Depends on when
Well, I
that
mean,
trailer was
I think when you
finalized.
look at the Jurassic World trailers, even leading up to
Yeah, but
its
those
final
were all
trailer.
quite a ways out.
And then, of course, the bonus round is not something that's going to be around for every episode, but I feel like this one needed to be said. But John
Was that already
Hurt-
5 things?
Yeah. You weren't very talkative today.
I guess not.
The whole point of us backing down to 5 was that...
Let's recap real quick. Because I don't believe you.
Number 1, Peter Capaldi is stepping away from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Number 2, director Dennis Villeneuve is directing Dune.
Okay.
Number 3, young Han Solo star production.
Okay.
Number 4, James Cameron is a twat.
Yeah.
And number 5, the Beauty and the Beast trailer.
Dang, that went quick.
Because you didn't talk. Oh, you must be in some sort of mood today. Well, okay. I was going to say this for the chit chat on the Nerdosphere, but I can talk about this now. It's kind of news related. This
Why
week.
don't you just go with your bonus round?
Oh, I didn't finish saying that, did I? A somber note. The bonus round. John Hurt passed away at age 77 on Friday, January 27th,
The War
2017.
Doctor.
Known as the War Doctor. Ollivander was also in Hellboy and various other nerd projects.
Mm-hmm.
British thespian. So, that was a bit of a sad
Rest
day.
in peace, friend. You will be missed.
Indeed.
And that has been Nerdosphere Newsweek. If you liked this video or any of the things that we talked about in this video, leave a like down below. Also comment on what your favorite story of the week was, or your thoughts on any of the stories that we discussed. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think about that Han Solo film?
No. And subscribe.
Click that subscribe button. Follow us on Podbean. Follow us on iTunes. All of the information is in the description box below. Check us out. We'll see you
Next time.